You see all these trades that seem unfair, but from the person making the trade, they know more to the story. Let me show you this picture. This is a fine young gentleman, if you ask me. This was me in about fourth grade, and I came across this picture, and this really stuck out to me because in my hand are basketball cards. The happiest I ever am as a child is when my mama would buy me some basketball cards. I love ball cards. That's me with ball. I had to show my boys because they love basketball cards. And I was always, every time I would open a pack of cards, looking for one player. One player. My favorite player was David Robinson. He was not like the greatest of all time, but in my mind, he was. I loved it. I would go through these ball cards, and not only would I collect them, but I would trade them. And so any card I got, I was willing to swap to get the player that I really wanted. And I can remember trading away Michael Jordan basketball cards. And I don't know if it was his rookie year, but it was the old Michael Jordan cards. And I would trade them pristine condition for an old beat up, bent edge, David Robinson basketball card. And looking back, I was like, what a fool I was. Because that Michael Jordan is probably a $1,500 card. But I was after one player. I liked him. He was my favorite. And I didn't care what the world thought of it. I didn't care that it was beat up and tangled up. I was collecting this guy's cards. I love this guy's cards and would trade everything. I would trade everything. I would trade Kobe Bryant cards. I had all kinds of those, getting rid of them, whatever it took to add to my collection of this guy. Now, to the world, those David Robinson basketball cards were not worth very much, especially if they were beaten, had water stains on them, ends and corners were bent up. But to me, they were worth everything. Made my heart happy. That's what I wanted more than anything. I didn't care what the world thought about it. I didn't care nobody else liked him. I love this guy, and I will give anything to get his cards. I say that to say this. God made the most unfair trade in history. The most unfair trade in history. And you know what? He did it on purpose. He didn't do it like, oh, I regret it. I wish I wouldn't have done that. He did it on purpose. He gave up his son Jesus Christ, so that you could be set free. Broken, tattered, worthless to the world, but priceless